accomplish here before I inevitably go down in a glorious fireball of cancel culture?
The people I know that are on it are Bobby. I mean, his name is either Bobby Ashley or Bobby Lashley, and I really should know that. He's like this giant black guy, and he and the people who are part of his crew, I know that they called, or at least as of last year, they called themselves the Hurt Business.
Hurt Business?
The Hurt Business. Right? They wear
Angle.
suits. And they're like,
okay.
we're cool. Like, we're like...
Tony, I want you to fire me. Tony, don't tell me down, you piece of shit! Shut your mouth! Look at me, Tony! Look at me! I want you to fire me! You fucking mark! Fire me! Fire me!
People aren't built tough anymore. They aren't built to grind. They're built weak, soft. They're used to second place trophies.
In the history of this company. Let's fucking go!
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
What's going on, everybody? Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
I'm not gonna say that when we go on air now. Let's fucking go.
The champ has spoken. He's here. Your jaBROni world champion.
I didn't mean to jump in. I know you got a whole shtick that you got to do, but I'm just too excited about seeing that.
I am
fucking go.
I'm just Topher McCann, former 4-time. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm going for it though. We have our newly crowned jaBROni world champion. After Double or Nothing, and quickly defending it this weekend at Hell in the Cell.
Really not all about this bullshit, but you know what? I have my Austin belt. I have my Austin beer. So shout out to Steve Austin for making a hell of a lager. I'm ready to go.
I don't have any beer. I have coffee right now. I need to get some beer soon.
Sounds like a you problem. Ugh.
I mean, once we start talking about Dynamite, maybe. It's probably going to be.
I was wondering because I didn't know if we were going to talk about this week or just make our predictions, and I was like, man, this is going to be like a 20-minute show if we make our predictions.
Because yes, it's a very short show. But before we get into all this, this wasn't even in the description because this is like a previously on. At the end of our episode we did Tuesday. As soon as we were going off on Twitter, there was a tweet from Bray Wyatt, Rotundo, whatever, if you will, and it looks like he's telling everyone to be patient.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like if I had my own thought on this, and I do. Let me bring it up. I would say that I think he's kind of trolling. I don't think he's returning anytime soon. And here's why. I don't think he's returning to the WWE. Okay? So his new Twitter name, Wyatt6, I feel like that is a trademark situation. I would love for him to come back to WWE. I think that's the only place he really works. His characters, his ideas, it really only works in WWE. So the only glimmer of hope that I would have is that the fact that his Twitter name is Wyatt6. That could mean anything. Does not have to mean Bray Wyatt. There's a lot of conspiracy theories. Sorry. That lager just sneaks up.
It's making me jealous. That's
yeah, no, you should be. A lot of conspiracy theories already. Something about like 6 is like something with 6 and June 6th and June 6th 222 adds up to something. I don't know. I saw a bunch of shit on Twitter. But I would not hold out hope that he is returning like anytime soon. Maybe this could be like patience, as in patience, you'll see me in another light, like a movie or something. You feel me?
Maybe he's a fan of the band Eve 6. You never
Maybe
know.
he's
It could be.
fan of the band Eve 6, underrated there, I feel.
Here's to the night.
No,
Everyone
I
remembers
take
that.
that back. They're properly rated.
Yeah,
It's just, in a day of Sum 41 and, Blink,
numbered bands. Three
yeah,
Doors Down.
yeah, you don't hear a lot of Eve 6. But I know who you're talking about. I've had a lot of music on my phone from Eve 6 that I'm not too proud to admit. I just do.
We have a show. Bad Blood. What's going on? The round table. Look, them. They'll be on tonight. They'll be doing, I'm sure,
I forgot
the
it was
post. The post to Rampage and SmackDown tonight. I think Rampage is on.
back. Rampage is back at 10.
They got their time slot back.
Now I know.
Unlike the jaBROsi who got bumped from Tuesdays and moving to Wednesday. But hey, Tony Khan got his slot back. 10 p.m. TBS?
No, TNT.
No, wait, I thought Rampage is on TBS.
No, Dynamite's on TBS. Do you not watch?
Yeah, dude. Of course I watch. What do you think? I'm a fake person who watch? Like, what do you think? I have time for all this? Act like I watch New Japan or something?
That is something I don't watch.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll get to it. I mean, we just haven't had time. That's all. I mean, I have watched a New Japan match before.
I've watched a match.
I should say I've watched several matches.
Omega,
but it's usually Wrestle Kingdom.
Omega and Jericho is what I watched.
Is that it?
Literally the only. I tried watching an episode on Access TV and I just couldn't get into it.
With JR dubbed over it?
Yes, yeah. That's actually the only reason I watched. Actually, is like I want to see if JR knows his shit, and then I realized he didn't know his shit, and that means I wasn't gonna know any shit because I already went in knowing no shit. So yeah, the only thing I watched was Omega and Jericho.
I watched it to see if Corbin would show up. He didn't.
He did not. No.
I turned it off.
No.
I was pretty disappointed.
Yeah. Sorry.
There was some guy Okada though. I was like, I don't know who this guy is. No, I'm just kidding.
I've heard of him. Dude, he's a good dude.
I was trying to say they're doing. They got their watch along. Hell in a Cell this Sunday.
I have my daughter's christening. I don't know how long that'll take, but I'm pretty sure with my family and hers, they are going to try to turn it into a lot more than a fucking christening. Like a party.
Christenings are a party.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be like an all-night barbecue type of thing. Like the other day, somebody had one, or like a confirmation or some shit. They were partying from like 12 o'clock in the afternoon to like 9 o'clock at night. Like, I feel like that's absurd.
Dude, we're welcoming JC into the life.
I understand, JC, big deal. But like, I don't even think he partied past 9.
Hey, there's
PM.
You don't know. You don't know that.
Once 9 a.m. hit, he was fucking living it up.
He was a pretty responsible dude.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I may be around for, I don't know, maybe I can hop in with the boys.
If if we wrap things up at a decent time, I'll join.
Sounds interesting.
But I can't.
All right. We mentioned Wyatt and Eve 6. There was news of we were talking right before about Cesaro possibly returning.
Yes. That one I feel a little bit more confident in that he would return to WWE. I would kind of be shocked just because, you always hear like how terrible the WWE booking is and how, this guy would be so much better here, so much better in AEW. Like, somebody like Cesaro, I feel like has to, if he does return, I feel like it has to say like either A, they're offering him a shitload of money, or B, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad here. maybe it's not that bad here in the old WWE. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's been something going on with in AEW with a cameraman who's been masked, apparently, that people have been talking about on Twitter a lot, like who's been covered up, and people were. I heard rumblings on Twitter that it potentially could be Cesaro.
That would be fantastic storytelling.
Um,
People notice that, and then
I don't know if it was
fantastic storytelling.
if it was like during certain segments. I don't know if it was during House of Black segments or something where there's been like a masked cameraman that's been involved. I don't know. Just saw this on Twitter, and I remember his name was coming out a lot. Again just reminds me.
A lot of talkers, though. You know,
that just reminds again, very cluttered. I don't want to.
Did you hear that?
I did.
God,
it's a beautiful. It's probably a Steve Weiser though.
Mm.
I don't know if we watched it before, but it's going to bring it back to this again. When we were just talking about Bray Wyatt and the company and Cesaro now with a company. And again, it goes back to this.
If you look at the problems, you asked me earlier about WCW, if you look at problems that led to possibly what the demise of WCW was, I think one of the major issues was that they had a very large roster with a lot of people making a lot of money, and a lot of those people were really good. If you were just to like try to chop down the WCW roster, you'd be making some like really tough decisions and say like, because there were so many people across the board that were really good, but you can't pay every talented person in the business $100,000. Your company will go under quick because you won't have enough revenue to offset what you're paying out. So you have to make smart decisions, and you can't hire every person you like, and you can't hire every person that you think is good, because there's a lot of really good talent.
Credit to Chris Van Fleet.
Yes, absolutely. That's been popping up. I've seen that now on social media a lot more. It's been coming up on my YouTube with his CVV clips on YouTube. Guys, go subscribe. It's a wonderful dude. Us Chris's must stick together, honestly.
I mean, I'm not a Chris, so I can't say anything.
That was my government name. What is happening?
It's my father-in-law.
Oh, okay. I thought he saw Corbin. I was like, is Corbin at your house?
He was very excited.
That's how I react. Oh my goodness.
He's a very exciting guy. You know, he comes in, gets to play with the little twerp, you know, so.
I didn't even mention when we recorded. Did the daughter was a little bit nervous the other day to get into the water. Did she end up going in the water?
She did end up going into the water. Yes. She's very antisocial. Like certain parents. I won't name any names, but it definitely rhymes with mom. So yeah, you know, nobody should ever, if anyone listening or potentially co-hosting is over and my daughter just randomly cries, don't take any offense to it. It's just who she is.
It's cool. Just drink a beer and stare at her. It'll all.
That's what I do.
That's what I do.
Unless it is that man upstairs. She like will do anything for that guy.
Papa.
Papa.
We had Wyatt, Cesaro. We talked about Raw already. We're going to be talking about Hell in a Cell soon. No, we talked about it on Tuesday.
Oh, we did talk about it on Tuesday. I forgot we did a show.
We did, yeah. See, we're 2 in 1 week.
Wow, that's crazy. I guess. I mean, MJF.
Yeah, this goes to Dynamite, which. All right, we'll start with that because that was the big part of the show that he was going to speak. He came out.
They fired their guns or their big guns early in this LA show. You had your new AEW World Champion and FTR teaming up in the opening match, which I feel like did something happen in that match that people on Twitter went all like crazy for? That Punk did, or
he tried to do a springboard and fell and started getting it again.
Like, come on, dude's like 40 something, all right? Like,
I'd show you a quick clip, but we'd probably get a copyright strike.
Yeah, no, like before.
Yeah,
like dude, like relax, all right, calm down. Motherfucker's still like good. All right, like calm down.
He cut a promo after, kind of referencing all of this stuff about the botches and everything, and saying he needs to get better, and that there's a show coming up, Forbidden Door. Who do I got? And then, is it Okada? No, Tanahashi comes out. You guys want Okada? You're getting Tanahashi. Okada's probably going to be Hangman, but there it is. I mean, it's going to be Tanahashi. Or what was it? Who else could potentially? A lot of people want Kenta.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Kenta showed up with I just saw all the rumblings of on Twitter with New Japan, with Bullet Club. So I have no idea, but it seems as of right now, it's looking that Tanahashi and CM Punk for the AEW title, and potentially could be Okada. Rumors Okada and Hangman Adam Page.
Now, I want to try to be very careful with this because I know I'm going to say something, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh, well, fucking idiot! You don't know what you're talking about." Here's the deal. I'm going to preface this with the fact that my only invasion angle experience has been the WWE WCW Alliance invasion. Okay, so if my thoughts are just fucking wild here, just be cool. I haven't had the greatest experience with this kind of stuff. Anyway, I don't understand the point of defending the AEW championship at Forbidden Door. Okay, now here's why. Is Tanahashi going to be on AEW TV now? Like past Forbidden Door? Has he signed a contract? Have any of those New Japan guys signed a contract? Are they allowed to sign a contract? So I really just don't see, and I know they do the whole, I don't even have a great example. But I'm sure maybe it's not out of the realm of possibility for a New Japan guy to win an AEW title, I guess, perhaps. But, like, I don't think it makes any sense. Just because I mean, Tanahashi's probably not going to win. Solely based on the fact that he is not in AEW. And it's their main show.
And I think that's kind of
you just went up so high.
My voice?
Yeah, your mic is high.
Really? I had it on mute for a second because there was some noise going on outside.
I think my neighbors 3 doors down can hear you.
Oh, because I'm talking very softly spoken.
Oh, yeah, it sounds beautiful.
Oh, man. All right. Well, but yeah, so far, that's my thought process is
if you're gonna have an invasion angle, why do you have to bring titles into it? I guess, and I don't even know if they're having an invasion angle. I mean, it sounds like they're trying to have an invasion angle, right? Or no?
I don't know.
Is this just a friendly? Is this a friendly
I feel like it's friendly.
It's friendly, right? It's not necessarily invasion.
He's
so I mean,
Tanahashi came out and was just like.
Well, I mean,
and there wasn't he didn't come out and be like, "Fuck you, New Japan."
Yeah, all right, there you go.
Suck our dicks, and then they rebuttal. So he kind of just came out and was like, "Yeah, competition." We'll see what happens. But screw all this stuff. Are we even doing? Didn't we already say? Are we doing? We're not even. Our title's not even on the line for that show, right?
No, because it'd be so unfair to both of us.
We don't, and we that was an executive decision.
That was a champion decision. All right, that was my first decision as a champion. All right, we don't gotta sugarcoat that shit. I haven't watched a lick of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm not defending the title on a show that I know half nothing about. I guess you could say.
All right, let's get to the meat.
I have to defend it a week after winning it twice. The second time I've done this.
Oh my God!
Probably,
Wait,
I'm probably at the time that pay-per-view happens, I'm probably not even going to have the title. So you know what?
wait till I win it and then defend it at Forbidden Door
Yeah.
and take
Now I'll watch all the New Japan.
Tanahashi, take
I'll
Shida,
inject that shit in my
Okada,
veins if I lose.
all of them. They're mine. I'm taking them all. All right,
There was a promo by MJF.
bread and butter. I'm staring at his face right now. We hear from MJF. All right, this whole it was our kind of mentioned it before. I kind of feel like this is all kind of slowly coming to fruition now. The secret deal done, and now let's play this out. Let's play this out.
Yeah, that deal has to be done. If it's not done, motherfucker needs to get it done. Stop bringing in your ex-WWE guys, okay? Pay your number 2 guy, I guess, even though I feel like that's very hard to argue with. This was, like, if you were too young to understand CM Punk's pipe bomb in 2011, this was your pipe bomb when you're older, except turned up like 5 notches. Okay, this was this in my opinion bigger than Punk's, and I really feel like it solidified MJF as a bona fide fucking star. And I texted you that night. Tony would be fucking dumb not to give this man whatever he wants.
All right. So you mentioned the pipe bomb, and the pipe bomb was intentioned by, because again, it was scripted, intentioned by Vince McMahon that if CM Punk went out and sat on the floor and just talked terrible about his company, he thought that the WWE universe would be like, no, and that this would make CM Punk a heel.
Yeah.
That did not happen in this case. So let's go now to this. I don't know what they think this is going to happen if him coming out and saying all of these things. You had to know with the WWE line and stuff, especially if you're Tony Khan, that a line like that would get a reaction like that.
Sure.
So if your goal is to make people hate MJF, but he is getting huge pops while making these certain comments, I don't know if this is going to work out the way that he plans.
So what did I read today? That it didn't go as planned, right? It didn't go as planned, and they wanted him to get booed, right? If that were my decision, I would not have had him go out there. Assuming that there's a deal done, assuming that everything's all cool, but we're keeping it on the hush-hush to make it not cool, I wouldn't have had him say anything. Like, the original plan was to keep him off TV, right, for weeks. Keep him off TV for weeks. Sell the fact that he got powerbombed 10 times by Wardlow. Make Wardlow look like a motherfucking monster that he is, and like have MJF take a vacation. Wouldn't have had him do the promo in that case, because obviously they're gonna cheer him, especially with what he said. So if that wasn't your intended outcome, you probably should have just not done it. Either way, best promo that I've ever seen.
It was great. I hope that how he plans out his champions, and I just hope that this is because I was a huge fan of the promo. When he cuts promo, like, you just feel it. You can the whole entire time, the way he carries himself, his tone, he's fantastic. And everything he said was true. The way that he's 26, he's expected to hit grand slams. Like, all the points he made were valid points. It's just, again, when it comes back, I just don't know how this guy is the biggest heel in the company when he's saying things. But I don't know what you do, honestly. I don't know how you fix whatever you're going to do with this for. Because he's going to be getting cheered. So I guess except that the people who were at the fan fest thing or whatever for the most part. But when his music hit, they shot to the crowd and everyone seemed like they were wearing MJF sweaters.
Yeah. I mean, sweaters, scarves, you name it. They were wearing.
Scarves, like they weren't in Long Island. So I don't know. It's very interesting. It's one of those things that I'm like everyone else. But now I don't know. Is this where you keep him off of television now for a while?
Probably. I mean, they've started unfollowing him on Twitter. AEW. They took off his merch stuff. No, not his merch. They couldn't.
Yeah.
Merch. Did they take off his merch stuff?
Yeah. I think it's literally when I saw all that stuff, it's just starting to place. Like,
well,
as soon as he went out
there is like, I mean, maybe they don't make as much off merch to care, but like, I feel like that's kind of why the fuck are you taking my merch shit off? Because right now, people are probably wanting to buy MJF shit. You know?
He's the markiest of marks. So if he was going to do one of these elaborate real world pro wrestling, fake life, if he had it all, every little aspect of it to removing his stuff from AEW show. He's off the roster too. They removed him off the roster, and that's tweeted everywhere. Like if you're doing it, this is the way to do it. So I'm just interested to see.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be a Brian Pillman situation where he coerces Tony Khan, yo, give me my actual release papers and I'll make it look like a real thing, and then he signs with WWE. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
He has to. I mean,
even Tony's not that cooked up.
The only clue dropped was the minute by minute draw or whatever, and he's like, "No, not that guy. It's me." So the only person he really referenced in this was Punk, which makes me think, all right, they just
put the number one guy.
I'm only assuming, right? Who do you think would be the number one kind of guy people would want to see besides MJF? Would be
Omega, maybe? Ain't Omega up there?
Been around.
Yeah, but
since October, it's.
I mean, it depends on what he meant, like by number one minute by minute draw. I mean, I guess it's Punk. I don't know. I mean,
it's him. It's MJF.
Currently, right now, I guess it is Punk. I just don't minute by minute draw. I don't know what that means.
I just think it's all right. Well, he's on the back burner till after this Tanahashi Forbidden Door show, and then is that the feud, right? Or do we go right into it? Is it?
Yeah, and I feel like Punk's reign. As soon as MJF gets that title shot, like you got to put it on him. You have to.
Is this a short reign by Punk?
Yes, I mean if that's the plan to put MJF with Punk after Tanahashi, yeah, I think so.
Or are we setting up the Money in the Bank scenario? Are we wait until then, and then that's when he gets the title towards the end of his January 2024?
Oh, I mean, I don't think. No, I feel like that's way too long to wait. You still got all of 2023 and 2024. If MJF is not, if MJF is not world champion before 2024, then what the fuck are we doing here?
It would be in 2023 he would get it.
2023, yeah. Well, all right. If MJF doesn't get the world title before the end of 2023, I'd be leaving too.
Yeah, I would think he would get it. Do you think he gets it in 2022?
Yes, I think he gets it this year, 100%.
All Out?
Is that the next one?
That would be the end of the summer, September.
September?
Yeah. Or they have Revolution, would be like November-ish. Usually they do one quicker.
I feel like All Out would. Yeah, but isn't All Out usually in Chicago?
Usually. I don't think it's official.
I would have
I
to,
know the Forbidden Door, I believe.
I would have to wait to answer that then.
All right. I'm just, you know.
If it was not in Chicago and if it was in a place like, I don't know, New York, then I would say MJF.
But yes, so great promo. I'm sure everyone has seen it now of the uncensored on Fight. It was the best.
I was so glad to see the uncensored clip in our opening.
It's but he said all the stuff. All the boys want his spot. They can have it. Chasing star ratings.
Here's another thing. He can't cut these kind of promos that he cuts in WWE.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That's another reason why I'm thinking like he's not going to WWE. He can't be MJF if he goes to WWE.
And we talked about it before, just the way if this was actually real with him not showing up and everything, especially with the stuff going on with Sasha and Naomi in WWE, that they wouldn't look at this again. He would be a big signing, but at the same time, it doesn't shed a good light if it. I just think it's all one huge elaborate.
Do you think that it's all been a work since the go?
The MJF stuff?
Yeah. Or did you think it was real and then turned into a work?
I'm going to say this from just me personally, just saying how much I would have. All the points he made about all those other guys making all this more money is valid. I don't think Tony Khan's stupid. I think he realizes that his bread and butter is MJF. I don't see how he didn't give him a shitload of money. And to do this which I honestly think it's like a dream angle for Tony Khan as a child to have to just have this elaborate like that gets you trending on social media, like on ESPN. It's going to get you in main news outlets about like they had executives there the other night. Like that's just, I don't know. It was one of the top 3 things trending in the world. That night.
It showed in the ratings. They cracked over 900,000. I would be shocked if they didn't do 1 million next week. And next week is going to be the week where MJF is just not on TV.
And that's the thing. I really don't know if they started promoting him being on the show, I believe, Wednesday afternoon. So it wasn't that much. So, you can see now if they don't promote him earlier. But now when you're putting him on the show, like this could just be one of those. And you're like, wow, look. You pull him away for a little bit, then you announce that he's coming back. You see those ratings boost up again. You kind of start seeing like, all right.
Like the proof is in the pudding.
You just gotta, how many times can you come out and complain about the boys in the back and ex-WWE guys? So,
did you make anything of, I don't know if you saw the video of CM Punk coming out during the break and trying to talk to him, and then MJF said, fuck that shit.
What? No. What happened here?
You didn't see that video?
No.
During after the promo during the commercial break, CM Punk came out and looked like he was trying to talk to MJF. Like, come on, bro, what are you doing? And then MJF escaped through the crowd. Didn't want to talk or anything. I can't believe you didn't see that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's all over the Twitterverse.
Again, it's just something else that was written on a little piece of paper, I think, with TK. That's another added. I think that's great. I think that did come out saying that was planned. Punk coming out during the break. That was planned. And him just going and leaving through the crowd. That's another just every single thing. And you have to think of every little reaction, like right foot, left foot, how you're even walking. Every little detail, I think, of this needs to be planned out perfectly. And I think so far with each day, there's little things happening. If there's little clickbait articles online, that's what the company wants, I think.
Yeah. It works.
But packed, because I was having fun watching this show, and then we had Johnny Elite come out. We had an open contract to fight anybody in AEW. And we had the return of the Redeemer.
How do you let somebody not contracted by you issue an open contract to fight him?
I don't know how it worked. He signed an open contract to fight anyone in AEW, but he's not
He
a
does not have a
contracted
contract with AEW.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
my-
pretty weird. But everyone seemed, myself included, Miro's back, and he
Yeah,
wants
everyone
to.
seemed pumped. Everyone kind of knew it was him, especially after Lana tweeted that she would be watching AEW.
I mean, he wants to go through everybody,
He's gonna go through everybody.
and then I don't know where he was TNT champion. I don't know what we do with.
I mean, you play the clip all over again. I mean, that's kind of because he's not gonna win the title this year. He's not gonna. I don't see him winning the title next year.
Like, is he someone you? But see, that's what they would like. In my head, I'm like, that's something. Do they build up like a Wardlow Miro match? But it's like they're both those dudes you don't want to lose.
Yes, exactly. You don't want those two to lose. And then it's like, do you have them go after the Scorpio Sky and the TNT Championship again, or do you want them doing that? And then it's like, do you pair them up with somebody, or do you just not have them in any title picture whatsoever and just have them kick ass for a year and a half? I feel like that would be kind of counterproductive because eventually, if we're shooting here a year and a half, 2 years of dominating the company and everybody in it, I'd be like, yo, where's my motherfucking title shot? A title shot that you're not going to win, depending, because it's either going to be Punk or it's either going to be MJF, and I don't think Miro's beaten either of them.
Yeah. We had, what else happened on the show? There was a multi-tag match with Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Christian Cage, Darby Allin, and Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy was there for support against Red Dragon, the Bucks, and Coolio.
Was Adam Cole on commentary too?
He was. Adam Cole, baby, with his new Owen Hart title. But we saw the Young Bucks end up getting the pin over. They got the pin on Jungle Boy, which is like the thing when I was making the predictions for Double or Nothing, saying that the Bucks, like, this is what mattered. The Bucks getting a pin in a 5-man tag is going to give them probably a title shot instead of the pay-per-view against the Hardys, like when they lost. So I don't know. I kind of thought that was idiotic with their rankings somehow all of a sudden, because I don't think the Bucks were even in the top 5. I think we would need Mr. Purple to come on to explain the top 5 ranking AEW here, of how all of a sudden the Young Bucks, who are not even in the top 5, are now going to just probably be ranked number 1.
Ooh, I have a bone to pick with the rankings, but I will save it until we get to where we need to get to.
All right. So, yeah, it kind of looks like they're leaning towards Bucks and Junglesaurus, Luchasaurus, Jungle Express, whatever the hell they're calling themselves. Matt Hardy gave Jungle Boy a hug, and then Christian Cage instantly went over and said, "Hey, no," and pushed him, and he hugged Jungle Boy. So
Christian's turning heel. I just don't know where he's going with it.
He's showing his jealous.
I don't know where he's going. Is he going to call up Tomko and be like, yo, let's go get these Jungle Swords motherfuckers? Or Luchasaurus. What the fuck is their name? Jurassic Express.
I don't know.
I was about to make fun of you for saying Jungle Source, but then I said Jungle Source.
No, because I think I want to call it, because I think they stopped saying Jungle Express when they got rid of Marco Stunt. So they don't refer to them as that anymore because they don't want to reference Marco Stunt, I guess. I don't know. I realized that I felt like they weren't called that after, like, right around the time they just let him go. It just says Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I'm like, nah, dude. They used to be the Jungle Express, and he came flipping up and stood on his shoulders and did the Christian look. Tarzan Boy, Baltimora. Come on. What are we doing here? Stop changing their names. What are you, WWE?
Whoa.
Is that Butch? Love Butch.
Calm down.
All right, sorry. I love AEW.
That's better.
I had fun watching this show, though. I have to say, for the most part, I was like an hour in. We're having a good time here. Then we had another former WWE star, Athena, come out. And she's going to have a match on Rampage, and I guess we're building up her to lose to Jade.
Yeah.
I mean,
take that, ex-WWE guy. Girl.
Yeah, you don't know it. All right. The Wardlow part was very funny because they had a match with JD Drake, who has chopped El Jefe Cassidy Haynes on bodyslam.net, which, I mean, jealous. I need that guy needs some chops from me, honestly. But
who are you jealous of? JD or Cass?
In that case, JD.
Okay.
No, but they hyped up JD Drake as one of the they said he was one of the top strikers in AEW, something like that. I was just like, with JR, just stop. No, please don't try to hype up JD Drake whatsoever. And we had a quick match here, and then I texted you about this because I was very excited about it. I thought this is a great storyline. I don't know, but this is sports entertainment at its finest. And we're not even at the Jericho Appreciation Society yet, and we're getting sports entertained. But Mark Sterling came out, and he's filing a lawsuit against Wardlow on behalf of Arena Security. And then he ended up powerbombing one of the security guards. But, I mean, we've had weeks of the security just getting annihilated. And now Wardlow is going to have his hands tied with legal problems now, it seems. So I don't know if we're going to be are we going to court? Are we having a Johnny Depp, Amber Heard court situation here?
So that's not what I want to talk about. Here's what I want to talk about. Wardlow, as much as I love the guy, and I love the guy, I think he's the hottest motherfucking shit going as of like a last week, but maybe now MJF is the hottest. Either way, Wardlow is fucking up there, right? And, you know, it was so cool because he finally beat MJF to finally get his AEW contract with the little graphic that says Wardlow is all elite. So ask me this. No, excuse me. Answer me this. Why the fuck, as of June 1st, 2 days ago, is he the number one ranked contender for either of the men's titles?
Wait, he is?
Yeah.
For both of them?
I mean, the rankings go men's champions, women's champions, tag champions. Under men's champions, he is the number one contender. Please tell me why. Please tell me why. Please tell me why. Over number 2, Adam Cole. Number 3, Hangman. Number 4, Moxley. And I don't get why Jay Lethal is number 5. Why?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I've not seen Jay Lethal.
I've not seen Jay Lethal.
I don't watch Rampage. What is he doing?
He's like Johnny Elite. Like, is he? Is he there?
On Dark? Do you watch Dark? Do you watch Elevation? Do you watch Dark Elevation? Do you watch Rampage or Rampage Elevation? What is Jay Lethal doing to make him top 5 contender? Wardlow just got signed by AEW. Why is he number 1? Somebody explain this shit to me.
I know Take Shitta wrestled Dolph Ziggler's brother on AEW Dark Elevation. That's a tongue twister. What is Dark? I thought Dark. What's the difference between Dark and Dark Elevation?
You know! Somebody tell me!
And are they on different nights? I thought this stuff was
Mondays. Mondays is Dark, and I think Tuesdays is Dark Elevation.
But what makes it elevated?
I don't know.
What's up with all these weird NXT level up? What's up with all these? God damn it!
Look, I just want to understand the rankings and how they work, okay? Because Wardlow and Jay Lethal shouldn't be in the top 5. Wardlow shouldn't be number 1 as much as I love him.
Why not, though? What's his record?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. What's Jay Lethal's record? Has he won 2 matches in AEW?
I guarantee you, Wardlow probably has a better
Wardlow's record is technically 2-0 or 1-0
without a con. Yeah, but I was going to say
contract.
that's true. If you're going by a contracted wrestler,
by his contract, his AEW contract, motherfucker's 1-0, and he beat JD Drake.
And I'm thinking if they counted his like say like a UFC record where they before your UFC they include like if you fought in like a different.
Explain that, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, he hasn't lost that many times in singles.
I
Probably.
don't think he's lost. Maybe it's wrong.
Did he? Yeah. Did he?
I don't know.
Didn't he have a UFC match against Wardlow that one time during COVID?
He is Wardlow.
Oh no, didn't Wardlow against he is Wardlow against Jake Hager? Didn't they have an MMA match?
I get Wardlow and Brian Cage confused a lot. Maybe that's Brian Cage. Maybe it's Wardlow. I just don't understand why he's number 1 in the rankings.
Yeah, rankings. They're very confusing.
Very
confusing. God, what else happened? There was Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm.
Anyone on Twitter can tell me, can just explain it to me. And I know you're about to get into the next match, but motherfucker, can someone just explain it to me? Because we always ask WWE, explain this, explain the name change, and then they do, and then we just start shitting on them anyway. Can someone explain to me the ranking system for AEW? For the love, are you like automatically in top 5 when you sign a contract, or like do you need to be like 0-20 like Jay Lethal is to be number 5 over Adam Cole, the best motherfucker on the roster, Hangman Page, or John fucking Moxley? What the fuck?
Dude, we got to get those people on Dark and Elevation. That's how apparently you get.
No. I'm sorry. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm stupid. But a majority of your audience is not watching AEW Dark, is not watching Elevation. Those are shows for your hardcore AEW butt buddies. Okay? God, you'd think I'd be naming a jaBROni of the week with what the fuck I'm doing.
It's basically it is what it is. But yeah, Ruby Soho pinned Britt Baker clean. These are where all everything maybe some things that we thought should have happened on the pay-per-view.
I did think this was funny though. It's like a couple days too late.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to. But hey, we were on Britt's side when we beat Canada with that.
Yeah.
Jericho Appreciation Society's out there. We had Eddie Kingston come out with Regal, and it's what we expected.
Yeah, like everyone was really hype about the Regal saying blood and guts. For me, it just didn't slap like
it didn't
like War Games does.
Nope.
And that's not because I'm a WWE guy. It's just like I was really excited to hear it, but blood and guts.
It's too It's
too wordy. War Games.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
War Games. And it's Hunger Games. Maybe they like blood and guts games. I don't know. Maybe they need to do that.
Yeah, and again, it's like we're only gonna if it's gonna happen once a year. I mean, next year I still feel like it's not gonna hit right. So I don't. How long is it gonna take? Are we gonna be used to this by 2027? I don't know.
At some point, his voice is gonna get rasp and like hoarse, and he's not gonna be able to say it at all.
But yeah, so blood and guts. We're hyping up another. We don't when is it? Nobody knows.
Troy, I think it's at the end of the month.
Oh, they did say it already. So it's after
in Detroit. Yeah.
Is it after Forbidden Door?
Yes. It's like the Dynamite after the Forbidden Door. Yeah, I think so.
All right, so that's the BBC will get their comeuppance. BCC will get their comeuppance at Blood and Guts. So it's all making sense. And our main event was Moxley and Daniel Garcia.
Correct.
There was blood, obviously.
They love the blood. I love the blood too. I mean, if you want to bleed ounces and ounces, go for it, bro. I'm all about it.
But Moxley all bloodied up, accepting. So yeah, I mean, Blood and Guts is set.
Blood and Guts is good. I like Blood and Guts.
We got, Rampage is going to be coming on tonight. TNT titles on the line, I believe, with Scorpio Sky and who the hell is he defending against?
Probably Wardlow's in number
Dante.
one. Who?
Dante Martin.
Not even in the top 5. Crazy. Not even in the top 5.
Hey, this is what happens. He came up in a backstage segment and said, "Hey, that's how you get title shots, man. You just got to walk up and say, what are these people not getting? It's all you got to do is just when there's an open challenge, you just got to get out there first. Don't worry about your music getting played. Just run out there. It's an open challenge."
I'm angry now.
I know. All right, let me get this out of the way here. All right. There's a pay-per-view on Sunday. And we got to make picks. We got to talk about it. We got to switch companies because I thought we were going to be very excited talking AEW. We talked about it for a while, but
it just got me angry.
Yeah, I was happy when watching it.
But fuck. The rankings made me angrier than they should have. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's time. It's time to go to hell.
I'm stressed. This thing coming up. I'm stressed.
All right, we are here.
With the graphics. So good. You're just so good.
Let's stop it. I appreciate it.
This is the broken skull talk. You're so good. But I genuinely mean that. Go ahead. What are we doing?
We are going to be making picks for Hell in a Cell this Sunday for the jaBROni World Championship. As of right now, we have 6 matches scheduled. We do confidence points here. So we got 6 matches, 6-1, 6 your most confident, 1 your least confident. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. Pending after SmackDown over the weekend, I am sure we will be adding to this. It'll probably be 7, maybe 8 matches. So pending right now, this is our preliminary picks to the card.
Good word.
And we'll switch it up to Hell in a Cell now. There we go.
And a little late on the transition with the snap, but I appreciate what you're doing there.
Honestly, it was supposed to do it when I played. It was supposed to be there already, but it happens.
All right, I see what you're doing.
So we'll start with Ezekiel, Kevin Owens. This has been going on since the night after WrestleMania. Michael, you are the champion. And if you want, you can start us off here.
Can I actually elect to defer?
Absolutely, you could.
Yeah, I'd like, because this is like, I'm gonna lay out my plan right now. This is like the match I am the least confident in. So I was interested in seeing what you thought.
All right.
I'm going to tell you this right now. None of the matches on this card I'm really feeling 6-y with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really pumped about putting a 6 on any of these matches.
I feel you. I don't know. I think because I haven't made these picks being the challenger in a while, so I feel very... I think it's way more nerve-wracking to make picks as a champion.
Well, you got to do what I did the last show. You just got to, like, first thing that comes to your mind, and boom, go.
So I'm a huge Ezekiel fan. I love the storyline. And I think this is good. This is building a new star. I don't think him losing his first match on a pay-per-view against Kevin Owens is the way to go with this. Kevin Owens just signed a nice little long lucrative deal. A loss again will not be hurting Kevin Owens whatsoever. I will be picking Ezekiel with this. I love this storyline. I sent you. I just saw it the other day that Ezekiel, the KO Becky Lynch backstage segment where they're talking about Ezekiel or whatever, and about being Elias and died, and then he took on the role. A great backstage video. WWE.com. Check it out. But I'm again not that confident. I could see them doing something a little different here. I'm only putting 2 points on Ezekiel.
Yeah, okay. So I had Ezekiel, but I had Ezekiel at 1 because of everything you said, actually. Kevin Owens signed a long-term deal. Plus, I feel like they've already wrestled once and Ezekiel won. So I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe Ezekiel's just gotten the upper hand like the entire feud, and maybe that's why I think Kevin Owens may have a shot here.
I do agree. I think there could be
like there's been like so much Ezekiel, and it's not his first match, right? Like he's had matches, just not against Kevin Owens, right?
I don't think they had I feel like they've had like
not those two, but like Ezekiel's wrestled on Raw, right?
Yeah, so he's had like either like he was tagged with the Street Profits, he's won. Now that you're talking, I wouldn't be surprised if they get somebody who looks suspiciously very close to Elias, and he somehow comes out like ringside and has like
That's not gonna fucking work.
A guitar, the bracelets and everything.
I saw a great idea the other day on Twitter where they would have Ezekiel on Raw and then Elias on SmackDown. I thought that was a phenomenal idea.
If they could do the beard thing, that's the
I mean, there's like makeup, there's movie makeup that people do.
It would be funny, and then Kevin Owens just trying to.
And then, like, if it doesn't fucking work, it doesn't fucking work. Like, if the beard comes off, the beard comes off. Whatever, you tried it. You've done a lot worse, okay? I feel like that idea is fucking phenomenal.
The rest of Kevin Owens' career is just him trying to prove that they're the same person.
Right. I'm gonna go Ezekiel 1, but if there was like a negative point we could put on there, I would put a negative point on there.
All right. I got 2 on Ezekiel. You got 1 on Ezekiel. We move on to 2-on-1 handicap match. We have hot Bobby Lashley. Oh, it's Hell in a Cell. He's extremely hot, Bobby Lashley, versus Omos and MVP. You deferred. I started last time, so you starting off here.
Like, I feel like there's like, all right. Okay.
Give me a second.
I got. I'm going to go. Oh God. I'm gonna go Bobby.
Hot Bobby, extremely hot Bobby.
I'm gonna go 2 points. There's a lot of ways you can like win this without Omos getting hurt, and that's Bobby pinning MVP. So I'm gonna go Bobby, and is this inside Hell in a Cell? It is not, right? The only cell match is Cody and Seth, right?
I think the women's too.
Is the women's in the Hell in a Cell?
I believe so.
All right, so
everything should be in Hell in a Cell.
I mean, yeah, I feel like no. I mean, I'm glad it's not, but I feel like those are the 2 matches. Yeah, all right, we're fine. Yeah, I'm going Bobby, and I'm going 2.
This is why I said we were gonna probably we just swapped our first 2 picks. I have Lashley. I have 1 point on Bobby Lashley, and I think it's him pinning MVP as well. Again, this is just another one. Like, I don't know. I mean,
again,
it's a handicap match. You never know.
I'm not feeling 60 about any of these.
All right, 2 down. Next up, we have another debut here of both groups, actually. I mean, one's actually an established group. Judgment Day versus Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Liv Morgan. And this is me here. And this has to be Judgment Day. New stable, debut. I mean, I'm saying the same things I said for Ezekiel. Debut. I can see, I don't know, with the teases of Ciampa, this could be the opportunity where Baylor joins them. I could see Baylor. I could definitely see that occurring. But Judgment Day, I feel 100% is winning this, and this is my most confident. I got 6 on Judgment Day.
I have 3 on Judgment Day, actually. I'm thinking Baylor's turning. That's what I think, and they just had Liv pin Rhea too. And I think Rhea actually gets the pinfall. Maybe Edge gets a pinfall over AJ again.
I was thinking maybe Edge, but
I feel like if Edge, and this completely contradicts to my thought process in the main event, but if Edge pins AJ or makes him tap for the 3rd straight time, maybe that diminishes AJ a little bit. But so maybe that's why I'm thinking Rhea pins Liv. But either way, Judgment Day for 3 for me.
all right, so we'll move on now. We have the U.S. title. We have Theory and Mustafa Ali. And the champ. You got the floor.
I feel like you had to think of a lot of things. Theory kind of just won the title. I believe it's his first, maybe second title defense. So I thought that, and then I realized that it's in Chicago, which is Ali's hometown. So I thought about that, and that put me at Theory at 4 because they never let anybody win in their hometown. So Theory for 4, and they're so hot, and I'm like 99% certain that Theory is fighting John Cena this year.
This pay-per-view is going to get decided on the match they added, because I too have Theory for 4, and I just don't see how we're going to differ on the last 2 either.
Maybe.
All right, we are up to triple threat. I believe this is Hell in a Cell. Bianca, Asuka, Becky Lynch. I'm not even really gonna go long into this. I don't know why I didn't put. Why didn't I put? Oh, I took Judgment Day. Yeah, this is almost the same. Bianca's not losing the title.
I'm sorry. Yeah. How many? You said you had 4 on Theory?
Yes, I have 4 on Theory, and I'm going to be having 5 on Bianca. Do we have a Becky's in there? We're gonna have a nice little match. It's gonna be great, but it's not going anywhere.
No, I also have 5 on Bianca.
Yep. I knew you would. As soon as I looked at this card, I was like, well, we're going to hit all these matches and be tied, and we're going to have to figure out a tiebreaker.
Yeah, essentially.
All right, that leads us to the main event. Sorry, girls. Cody, Seth, 3.
I obviously I have 6 points on this, so I just literally went down the line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the cover boy. Like, he's on the poster. He's the only one on the poster. So I'm going Cody for 6.
Yeah, but I 3 on Cody. Again, I would have put 6, 5, 4 on this. It's just kind of how I looked at it and put them down. Except maybe Lashley and Ezekiel, which we agree on, I don't see any of the other 4 matches going any other way except the way that we got them.
Yeah. I mean, and it sucks too, because the one match that they're probably gonna add, if any, is Usos versus Riddle and Nakamura, and you know the Usos aren't gonna lose that.
Yep. So, yeah, they are the predictions.
Not the most exciting prediction show that we've ever done.
Yeah, so we'll see We'll see what goes about that. We'll see what gets added. We'll see if there's a potential tiebreaker or whatnot. But for now, those are selections for Hell in a Cell 2022. Follow us at jaBROnis Pod and, whatnot. But let's play that really cool graphic to get out of here, though. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Let's fucking go.
It's so anticlimactic. No, I mean, there wasn't even I was thinking of looking at the card. There's not even a to take a shot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like to take that shot, but I'm like, any of those, I feel like you'd be stupid to take the shot. And again, the only one that I would be, there would be two I'd feel sort of comfortable taking the shot, and that would be Kevin Owens, and that would be Omos and MVP.
Which, I don't know. Maybe if it stays like this and there's no other tiebreaker or anything, I feel like I might just have to do that, because if not, we're just doing it and it's a tie, and then
those first three that I did, Ezekiel, Bobby, JD, 1, 2, 3, like, I feel like that is the right way to go. But, I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of risk reward here in this show.
So I don't have the title, so I don't know. I might have to make a risk. I might have to change up one of those picks. But for now,
I might actually defend this motherfucker successfully once.
Hey.
But we're going to tie, so I don't know. Even if somebody loses that we think is going to win, we're going to fucking tie.
Goddamn predictions. All right. We even though we had it, I mean, this is kind of because we had a jaBROni of the week already this week, because we're doing 2 in 1 week. So
who did I pick? Who did I pick on Tuesday?
I know I picked greater than and less than signs. You picked Tony Khan.
I would like to. Are we doing another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
Who you got? I might hop on with you because I still don't like the greater than and less than signs, people.
AEW rankings. Whoever does it, just you shouldn't get me that mad, but you did, and I'm upset now. So AEW ranking guy, get Wardlow and Jay Lethal out of there, for the love of God. Just do it.
I have to agree with that because it makes no sense whatsoever. It makes 0 sense, and it needs to be fixed. Fix it, stat guy Tony and whoever's doing the rankings.
Just stop it.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
That was pretty easy.
Breaking news.
Oh, we got breaking news?
Sort of, not really. It ties into our little predictions here. WrestleVotes, a very trustworthy account on Twitter, has tweeted that as of last check, around 4 p.m. today, is now 5:40-ish on the East Coast, no Usos tag title or Ricochet IC title match will be added to the Hell in a Cell card. The good news, however, Riddick Moss versus Corbin match is scheduled to make the show. Notice he said Riddick Moss. That was a tweet responding to the lack of SmackDown matches currently advertised for this weekend's Hell in a Cell match. Speaks volumes. It's an indictment on the roster. A source says, while the brand split isn't ending for all intents and purposes, it's shot. So it sounds like we are getting Riddick Moss versus Happy Corbin, which I think, again, We know who we're going with. But we'll wait to see what happens on SmackDown tonight.
Whoa, that's the biggest storyline on SmackDown. It's the only one that deserves a match, honestly.
Honestly, I just got really excited because he's returning tonight, Moss. I will refrain from calling him Madcap or Riddick because I don't know who he's coming back as.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna have the music then?
I don't know. Maybe he is Madcap. Maybe he is.
Ooh.
So we'll see.
Oh my God, is he gonna wear a suit? Is he gonna have suspenders? He can't have suspenders. Are we gonna get? Oh my God, Raw Underground.
I'll say that if he comes back as Madcap Moss tonight, I'm going Happy Corbin. As a matter of fact,
the fact that they said Riddick Moss though.
Yeah, but that's WrestleVotes, and everybody on Twitter knows that he's Riddick Moss.
Everyone knows he's Madcap. That's what we know him as.
I mean, I might have to change my Twitter handle.
That's what I'm worried about. And then again, I think I might have to change mine.
Riddick jaBROni doesn't sound great.
Yeah, and the outcome of that match, I think I have to go to sad.
Shit.
Fuck.
There's a lot on the line now.
Oh my God, this added match, potentially. WrestleVotes, you're changing our future. All right, so we'll be around. We'll be around on Twitter. Hell in a Cell Day. We'll update the picks. What necessary is happening with the pay-per-view. Maybe we'll pop up on a watch along for a little bit Sunday night. You never know. I was debating on hopping on the Body Slam Twitch, maybe.
So, breaking news again. Sorry. WWE's Twitter account for tonight. The Usos defend the what are they? The Unified tag team titles against Riddle and Shinsuke Nakamura, and a 6-pack challenge will determine the next challenger to Ronda Rousey's championship. So keep on the lookout for maybe a women's title match added to Hell in a Cell as well.
Really? That seems super rushed then.
Yeah. And I'm not confident that we don't get Raquel and Ronda again.
What the fuck is up with Ricochet? Isn't he
He's the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
He's our Intercontinental Champion.
If there was rankings, man, wouldn't Gunther be number one? Isn't he just ripping them apart?
They might just be saving that for the Cardiff show. Cardiff?
I guess, but dude, this IC title thing's of what the fuck?
Abomination is what that is.
That's honestly more of a disgrace than the women's tag titles, honestly. I felt a little bit. I felt that women's tag title have had more.
Yeah, at least they're being kept off TV and they're not getting hurt. I guess.
I just don't remember the last time. I mean, since I'm saying all this shit, Ricochet, he's going to be on the show tonight and shit, but
look, hey,
I think Shanky's trying to steal his girl.
Maybe.
Is Shanky going to be on the show?
I don't think so. Is Shanky on SmackDown? Is Jinder on SmackDown?
They're on both. Everyone's on both.
We'll see. Look, WWE has their title picture. AEW has their rankings. None of this shit makes sense. I'm lying.
What are we doing here? All right. jaBROsi returns next Wednesday. Twitch, 7 p.m. We're episode 4, season 1. Check it out. And all new jaBROnis next week. We'll talk about Hell in a Cell. We'll talk about if MJF yells at his boss again and all that stuff. Anything else? At Madcap jaBROni, at Happy jaBROni. Follow us at jaBROnis Pod on Twitter. Like, subscribe, follow Body Slam on Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube. Tell your friends. All right. Enjoy Hell in a Cell. jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.